Hi, this is Dr. Perry Carpenter. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to join me on this week's video. In this week's video, we're beginning a brand new series entitled, What's the Point? What's the Point? And I have a series of fascinating discussions and topics for you that are going to be full of frank, uncensored, and very forthright language and discussions for you. And the purpose of this series is to help us as evaluators to get to the bottom line of the issues that really make a difference, that really matter, that are really important in our qualified medical evaluation. So when we talk about what's the point, we're going to go over several areas that relate to the work that we do. We're going to begin with a discussion of our physical examinations of injured workers. And I'm going to share with you several important key points to keep at the top of your consciousness as you go through your physical examination with injured workers. Then we're going to talk about some of the important principles involved with the labor codes and the California Codes of Regulation. We're going to continue with important principles and procedures involved with the AMA guides and even the ACOEM guidelines. We're going to talk about important principles and important procedures involved with producing your qualified medical evaluation, your qualified medical evaluation report, in other words, your final report. We're going to talk about important principles and procedures involved with the deposition process. And in each discussion, in each major topic heading, and each discussion within that topic heading, we're going to summarize each point by reviewing together the main take-home messages from each of our discussions. And these are going to be critical points that if you remember these critical points throughout your very next evaluation, it'll tremendously simplify your decision-making process by helping you separate the important from the unimportant and rapidly make decisions that are correct, that are accurate, that qualify as substantial medical evidence, and that you can feel reasonably certain are the truthful and accurate and appropriate opinions and conclusions for your case. So one of the side benefits of this series of discussions is it's going to help you develop more certainty and more clarity about the decision-making process so that when you finally render your opinions and conclusions, you're prepared to defend those opinions and conclusions by way of supplemental report or even by way of deposition should that become necessary. And it's this certainty I find that many of our qualified medical evaluators lack when it comes to providing their opinions and conclusions, and when it comes to writing their QME reports. They lack definite certainty. They lack authoritative certainty in their opinions and conclusions because they get confounded by the minutia. By the minutia. And I know you know what that word means. Many doctors get so confused by the tiny, minute details of each and every case that they forget to see the forest through the trees, and they neglect to acknowledge the large picture. And so they go down chasing down rabbit trails that ultimately lead nowhere, and that lead to a wimpy report, number one, and number two, it leads to a report that does not qualify as substantial medical evidence, and number three, leads to a report that does not resolve the issues in dispute. So in this series, we're going to focus on important points, and I'm going to emphasize each point by clarifying and summarizing what's the take-home message, what's the point. So I hope you enjoy this series. It's been a lot of work going into preparing these topics for you, and I've selected topics that I believe will be of immediate value and immediate benefit for you. And for today, in our first session, we're going to begin with the important points in the physical examination. So I look forward to being back with you here in just a couple minutes as we get into Section 1, Part 1 of our new series entitled, What's the Point? And today we're going to begin on what's the point regarding the physical examination. And specifically today we're going to talk about reflex testing. So look forward to being back with you in just a couple moments.